Hi, my name is Laura Scott, and this is Walter. We are here to tell you about an English language learner unit called PETS, based on the Oral Language Development Series by Hameray. We will be walking through part 1 of the unit PETS. I will briefly explain each activity as well as language enhancements, which can be literacy boosts or grammar boosts that you may choose to use with your students based on their needs. We will begin by looking at the entry-level book, My Pets. As you listen to your students discuss what they see in the pictures, take notes on their language abilities. Pay close attention to what they already know and what they need to practice. Next, we will use picture cards with words to boost the students' vocabulary about pets. Practice pronouncing the words. Ask the student to point to a duck or point to a chicken. Play the game, What pet is it? I am thinking of a pet that has long ears, can hop, and is very soft. What pet is it? The student can respond in a complete sentence. It is a rabbit. You can complete literacy boosting activities with these cards. Have students match the word to the picture, focusing on the beginning sound of the word. Ask the students to guess that word and say the word using either syllables or sounds. For example, I say k, and the student blends the sounds together to form the word duck. I say bit, and the student blends the syllables together, saying rabbit. Now we will begin using sentence frames to form sentences about pets. The students can choose what pet they would like to have. Then they can put the picture and word into the sentence frame. I have a pet turtle. Students can practice reading the frame. They can also practice saying the sentence without using the text as a scaffold. It is important to not always rely on the scaffolding of the text to produce sentences. As students grow more confident in their sentences, they can rely on their memory versus the text. Next, you can use the book to create sentences about Carlos. Carlos has a pet chicken. Notice the difference between have and has. For a challenge, have students add a prepositional phrase starting with the word and. Carlos has a pet chicken and a pet hamster. For a grammar boost, explain to students the difference between boys and girls and how the pronouns he and she match the gender. Use the picture cards to help. Point out to the students that when you use the pronouns he and she, you use the verb has. When you use the subject I, you are referring to yourself. Write the names of the students on this card. Using the word I means you change the verb from has to have. Practice pronouncing has and have. Some students may be ready to dig deeper into subjects, pronouns, and subject-verb agreement. They are ready for a grammar boost where you can use picture cards to help students understand who pronouns are referring to. Talking about the pronouns he, she, we, you, and they. These are examples of the many different types of sentence frames students can create. Students can use the words and picture cards to create these frames. They may also use each other to create sentence frames. For example, you may have two students stand in the front of the classroom. The classmates can refer to those two students as they. They have a pet dog. The students that are standing in the front of the classroom would refer to themselves as we. We have a pet dog. Encouraging the students to form groups with each other and say sentences about one another will help them grow in confidence in generating their own unique sentences with the frame as their base. Using a vocabulary poster is a great way to enhance student learning. Find a poster that is pet themed and be sure that it has a laminated coating on it that will allow you to use a dry erase marker to draw on top of it that can later be wiped off. As students notice things on the poster, label what they tell you they see. When you draw lines from the poster to the edge of the paper, be sure not to cross them. You want it to be easy for students to follow from the line up to the word to help them use the picture to read the words. If a student does not know a word but points to a part of the picture they are interested in, write the new word and underline it on the poster. This can be used as new vocabulary for the students. There are also literacy boosting activities you can do with the words from the poster. One activity you can do is called Repeat Read. As the teacher, you read a word and the students repeat the word. If you have a student that is capable of reading the words, they may become the teacher and point to the word and read it first, as the other students repeat after them. You may also practice syllables. The word is glasses. Students may clap the word glasses. Glasses has 2 syllables. Be sure the students explain the amount of syllables using a sentence. Now it is time to use the vocabulary poster along with the sentence frames. Students generate their own sentences by pointing to a person they want to talk about on the poster. She has a pet duck. Students can practice referring to the people on the poster using either pronouns or specific words. For example, the twins have a pet rabbit. Or they can say, they have a pet rabbit. Use this practice as an opportunity for students to begin to understand how pronouns replace nouns. For advanced students, try adding phrases to the end of sentences. The twins have a pet rabbit eating a carrot. The girl has a pet dog in a basket on her bike. Finally, to end our unit, we will practice questions and answers using the word do and does. Have the students refer to picture cards, the entry-level book, and the poster to generate questions about pets. Use sentence frames, such as these shown, to help them create their questions. When looking at the entry-level book, a student might ask, does Carlos have a pet hamster? And another student may answer, yes, Carlos does have a pet hamster. You may also teach students the short version of the answer. Does Carlos have a pet lizard? No, Carlos does not. If students are ready, you may also teach them about contractions. Instead of saying no, Carlos does not, students can practice saying no, Carlos doesn't. If students are ready, you may use grammar cards as a grammar boost to help them, reminding students that he and she go with the word does and I goes with the word do. Thank you, and we hope you enjoyed part 1 of our ELL unit about pets. Bye! Join us for part 2 and 3 of our unit, My Pets. We will learn how to add words to the vocabulary poster, including discussions about parts of speech, and how to use the words from the vocabulary poster to create more detailed sentences that students can produce both through speaking and writing. We will be diving deeper into the books of the Oral Language Development series, where we will learn different actions that people can do to take care of their pets, such as feeding them, taking them for a walk, or playing with them. We will also be learning about the days of the week and calendars, how to make a schedule of chores. Students will learn wonderful sentence structure based on the books of the series, and they will practice applying it to their own lives and to the lives of their families.